Hmm. Yo, Starlight. Yo, Miggle. What's up? I'd give anything to hold Master Shake's hand. Same. He doesn't deserve it, though. It's a visual novel for the guy who wrote the new Silent Hill. I'm not sure about the writing, if they wrote the new Silent Hill, but, you know, back in the day, a long time ago, I did love this anime. Let's see, which scene is this on? And I did, yeah, buy this recently. Put a mod on it. I'm not sure how necessary it is, but we'll see. Let's see, sound settings. Oops. Here we go. Ryukishi07. Oh, I want to Google this quick. Oh, yeah. Damn. Listed him to write the video game Silent Hill F. Ooh. That's poggers. Mod menu. Okay, good. Now I know that shit's alright. Demoned away, welcome to the world of Higurashi. When they cry, the Onikakushi are the opening. Difficulty is extremely high, but I hope you. I mean, I'm a god, so. Don't laugh at me like that. That wasn't. That wasn't necessary. Difficulty in a visual novel. Even if the world does not forgive you, I'll forgive you. You do not forgive the world, I will forgive you. What will it take for you to forgive me? Huh? But you didn't do it. I don't even know who's talking, and you didn't even do anything wrong. AD 1983? I was going to be ripped apart anyways. Having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. Okay, no more cursor. Teehee. No, I still trust her. Even in this very moment, I trust her. What's that noise? Is he stubbing his toe? That's it, right? That's like that sound. Yeah, just getting whipped. Oh god, I only want to trust her because I refuse to accept the truth. Ah! Youch! It was as if I was trying to convince myself. Such a silly, sobbing voice. And those tears making a mess of my face. That mechanical, repetitious sound finally stilled and everything fell silent. Only the cry of the cicadas remained annoyingly loud. Brought you a burger. God. It's the best line in the whole movie. And yet, felt as if I could still hear her voice. That's not possible. She's no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. But it sounds like he's getting the shit beat out of him. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion because there were none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. And why this pain in my eyes getting moist? Why was this happening? Still wanted to believe I hadn't been split apart. Metaphorically, though, right? Metaphorically split apart. Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently, my spirit has suffered enough. And countless times I'd waver over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except I've stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Okay, well do it then! Even knowing that, I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand that painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me? I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. What kind of... Isn't it alright to just take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind with her. This is depressing. This isn't, like, even scary. It's just depressing. Yo, Blasto. Oh my god. Like flowers by a grave. Oh, man. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm, just lift it up, and with every swing, forget a little more. Stinky! Bitch? That kindness made me happy. The adorable smile brought me joy. I liked petting your head. It's like... I loved how demure you were. Because this will be the last time, because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last. Oh yeah, do I have to put that stupid, like, content classification, just in case? Violent and graphic depictions, okay. Fine. Perhaps I really did love you. Okay, but like, who's killed? Okay, I guess I killed her. That's what it's implying. I'm pissed. I don't want to play as a murderer. Brought you a burger. Spider is the MVP of Way of Water and Fire now, so I don't care. These sprites look weird. Life is good. Mostly. I'm eating pad thai and playing a cute visual novel with cute girls where we're gonna live happily in this quaint countryside Japanese village. We're gonna live happy ever after. Ew. Ew. Farewell, bid your love goodbye? I wonder what she's apologizing for. Felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It's been a while since I last went to the city. I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Even though I'd lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and multi-lane roads, the melodious cacophony of the crosswalk. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. It's only the chirping of locusts and the babbling of brooks. The cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness had begun to instill a sense of serenity. There's nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints, there aren't even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, and no arcades. It sounds like hell. An ice cream parlor? No chance, dude. Like, come on. I understand not wanting to live, like, right in the city, but wanting to be this far out there, like, that's gotta get to you eventually. Nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. Come to think of it, wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors where I used to live, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. I lived in the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. Fucking L? What the hell? Dude, that sucks. I should have gone at least once. Yeah, you should have. See, now you miss it. Now that it's gone, the chance to go is gone and you miss it. Somebody is still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She's apologized so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. I started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. You just need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing even now. Then has she really done something that can't be fixed? I have no idea what she's done, but if it can't be fixed, then that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey, you, the one she's apologizing to. Why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice.
そろそろ着くぞ。起きなさい。
It's hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window in the city I was in half a day ago were the same country. Know that they were even from the same era. From there we take a car deeper into the mountains. Past through the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. This doesn't look that bad. Okay, there's gotta be like one ice cream place here. I'm just saying. At least one. Talk about dramatic. Though we were approaching the summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite, although in exchange you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. The neighboring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying that view and that air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air had its own taste. Quickly finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. He was probably up working until the early morning. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. Aww! Mom laid breakfast out on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That's just like such a nasty breakfast. Like, the only savory breakfast I understand is like hash browns and like bacon and like fried eggs. Raw egg? What the fuck? I know, I'm a fat fuck. My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. A perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood
こっちに
today.
引っ越してきてから圭一が早起きになって嬉しいわね。
早起きしないと朝飯を食いそびれるんだよ。
Aw. Thought I was being cute, responding with her wisecrack after being praised
ご
for
飯は
being
いっ
good.
ぱい？それとも半分くらいでいい？
Yeah,
山
give
盛
me
り。
all of it. Yeah, that's right. Savored the steaming hot rice with seaweed. After that, I covered it with the egg. Between the bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Not bad at all. Excellent as usual. But you're having fish for breakfast, bruh. Watching me clean my plate, Mom gave me a warm
こっちに引っ
smile.
越してきてから圭一が朝食を欠かさないんで嬉しいわね。
So happy you haven't skipped breakfast? She's just like constantly praising me. So happy you've been waking up early. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast. I'm so happy you're just doing the things that I kind of expect you to do. He's not a morning person when we lived in the city. Slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast Mom made each morning, that was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school. I guess that was what you'd call my rebellious phase. I wouldn't so much look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. If I could go back in time, I'd slap myself. Mindful of the time Mom rushed me along with a wide grin.
そろそろレナちゃんと待ち合わせの時間じゃない？急いで急いで。
Reina-chan. Really loves looking after people coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. What? Literally, what the fuck? Yeah, God forbid someone be a bit jovial. I'm just gonna be shitting on his mom. Seriously though, how long does Reina wait there for me every morning? Good question.
レナちゃんにお漬物ありが
How
とう
would
っ
it
て伝
make
えて
him
ね。
a loser to walk to school with the girl? Is that not like the opposite? Holy shit. Skipping mom's breakfast, being too much for a loser to go to an ice cream place. Yeah, typical things. Normal, usual shit. Hello, Speedy Crib. Those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I'd known that, I would have savored them a bit more.
はいよ。
ケイチくん、おはよ
Damn, I wanted the older sprites. Ooh. Wait, that looks kind of nice. Actually, these look goofy as fuck. I'm sorry. Let's just go. We're gonna have to go with this. It's so goofy. Look at the way those hands are. Cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself.
相変わらず早いな。
This is so funny. She started an alpha male podcast teaching other men how they too can walk to school with a girl. Exactly.
たまにはのんびり朝寝坊したっていいんだぜ。
お
That's
寝坊したらケイチくんを待たせちゃうじゃない。
Who's to say I'd wait for you, though? So conscientious. Such a good person.
そん時は置いてく。
If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. I'm psychic.
ケイチくん冷たい。いつも待っててあげてるのに。
She wants me.
サクサク置いてく。
He doesn't give a fuck.
キリキリ置いてく。
Without looking back? Dude.
どうして冷たいんだろう。
Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed.
嘘。ちゃんと待ってるよ。
Bro, she's gonna snap eventually. I'd wait for you. With those words, Reina seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Ooh.
ありがとう。
レナが来るまでずーっと待ってる。
Aww.
いつまでも。
Okay, that's a bit dramatic. Yeah, you're laying it on thick pretty early. Making me want to read Umineko again. I really want to read that one after this. Reina turned bright red, steam rising from her head. She's short-circuiting. She's weak to this sort of talk. Look at those fucking hands. She could clobber someone with those fucking shits. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. There are blocks of cheese.
レナはロマンスものの文庫本は読んだことあるか？
Oh my god. Yeah, have you ever read like TikTok slop romance novels, Reina? Okay, Jesus Christ. Look at those things, bro. Bro. This is like terrifying. Oh my god. And it's not, I can tell, like, it's not, like, it fits with the art style, the way the hands are drawn. It's obviously not like, oh, this person who made the art couldn't do hands. Like, it's just stylized, like, yeah, 3 fucking fingers and 1 thumb. It's so, yeah, it's very jarring. Like, I haven't seen a visual novel with art like this. Not that I've played a ton. Gather she was interested, but too embarrassed to actually buy one. Well, is this like smut or romance? I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass
そうそう
out.
お袋から伝言。漬物サンキューでしたって。
Ooh. She brought the pickles.
どういたしまして。どうだった？しょっぱくなかったかな？
They weren't that salty. Apparently I couldn't be that
その前
forthright.
に聞きたい。あの漬物をつけたのはレナか？
Are you the one that pickled them?
レナのお母さんか？
Was it your mom?
なんで聞くんだろう。しょっぱかった？
Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically.
レナか？レナのお母さんか？
なんで作った人聞くんだろう。太郎。
Literally interrogating her, like...
どっちが作ったかで感想が著しく変わる。
Okay, well then she knows you're fucking bullshitting. Like, what the hell, man? I'm playing as such an asshole. Like, it's not even that I'm an asshole. Like, he's like an asshole and I'm dumb as fuck. Who says that out loud? Counted frantically on her fingers, trying to imagine the amount of salt she'd used to pickle them. Wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Is this even teasing? Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst guys like me. Exactly. I was like, you better ... like me. You better. Oh yeah, I don't think it can really be a pinch of salt with those hands. You basically just like shovel it in. Nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response.
レナだけど。
うまかった。前回に続きなかなかだったぜ。飯との相性は最高だった。
Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. Truly was a lot of fun to tease her. Pray that Reina never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. Well, that's why I gotta swoop in. I gotta be her man. Keep at it, Reina. I'll train you until you handle it like an average person.
行こうぜ。ミオンを待たせるとあいつ。
Mion. Oh, I remember. That's the green-haired chick. This strange, easily flustered girl is Reina Ryugu. I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange.
おはよう。お、来た来た。遅いよ二人とも。
Oh my god. Mion looks so different than I imagined her compared to the anime. We're
い
late.
つも遅いのはお前の方だろ。
Late. Me AF. Sharp contrast to the diligent Reina, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the
お
class.
はようレナ。そしてケイちゃんお久しぶり。何年ぶりだっけ
2日しか休んでねえよ。
Now I'm the one being teased.
そうだっけか前に会った時はあんなに可愛かったのに
Cute
な
little tyke. Mion's gaze stared at my chest, then dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. Holy shit. The thumbs up meme, yes. That does remind me of it. Oh man, looking at it again, totally. So she was saying it was my crotch that was cuter back then. What the fuck? Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her
そうだ
before.
よ、立派になったぞ。
Damn, he's like talking to himself in his head, or is he talking to... Wait, what the fuck? Before you ask? What the fuck? I have grown quite splendidly. I don't like that phrasing. It sounds awkward.
驚くぞ。
You'd be surprised.
たくましくなっちゃった上にヒゲまで生やしちゃってさ
He has a little mustache now, a little star fucking symbol. What the
毎
hell?
朝元気全開で大変なんだ。
Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem,
今
though.
度見せてやるから挨拶してみろ。
Introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him
今度なん
properly.
て言わないで今がいいな
What the fuck?
朝の新鮮な空気を吸わせてあげたら。
Right now it's just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh morning air? Bro! I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty you could smell it fouling up the morning air before. So they just... Okay, so first of all, let's just... Okay, hi Aubrey. Let's just take a second. Reina is just... I know they're just sprites, but Reina is hypothetically standing there, like, clutching her little, like, school bag, looking all sweet, while Mion's like, hey, why don't you whip your dick out? Like, I'm like, your dick was way cuter when you were younger. And I'm like, oh no, you don't want to really see it. You don't want me to really, you know, it gets engorged. We're using terms like engorged and talking about my penis, and Reina's like, hi, Heichi-san. I brought you your pickled vegetables. Like, it's just... This is so bizarre. Acts like an old man. Well, I'm acting like an old man. Like, you're encouraging it, Keiichi. No, put it away. Why am I not getting choices yet? Why can't I choose? No, put it away. Hope you don't regret it. Okay, he just said that like he was powering up like a fucking, like, Kamehameha, like a shonen attack. Hope you don't regret it. As my hand reached for my fly, Raina began to ramble in a near panic. Holy shit. Oh my god, he's gonna show cock to all of Hinamizawa, like, and on a fucking Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Holy fuck. It's obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. Always red-faced and flustered, this chick.
どうだった？久しぶりの都会はさ。
Yan switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more befitting the pleasant
葬式で
morning.
言っただけだぜ。慌ただしいだけだったよ。
でさ、探しといてくれた？頼んどいたやつ。
お前、人の話聞いてないだろ。俺は葬式で帰っただけだぜ。おもちゃ屋巡りをしてる余裕なんかなかったんだよ。
ち。
God damn. Imagine getting a hand job. I'm sorry, like, hypothetically, I know we're talking about before the fucking cringe person who has to ruin the joke shows up. Like, technically these are anime high schoolers. I'm talking about how awkwardly the hands are drawn. Like, copy and paste them. Yeah, exact. Or that as well, honestly. Imagine that. Like, copy and paste them onto whatever fucking slop is
お
preferable.
もちゃ屋とホビーショップは全然違うよ。特に洋物、こっちじゃなかなか手に入らないからね。みーちゃんまたゲームの話？
Proudly nodded.
そう、ケイちゃんに洋芸のカタログを持ってきてもらいたかったんだけどね。
Westport catalog. Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Oh, what? Norway. Yeah, the scary has already begun, Ari. Like, I already feel it. Using that abbreviation did make it sound
そん
pretty
なの
geeky.
また通販で取り寄せりゃいいじゃねえか。
ま、そうするかな。またプレイングの熱いゲームを入荷するからね。
Hot action.
今度は私にもわかりやすいゲームがいいな。
Sorry, Reina, only serious gaming here. Mian is a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Reina, Mian's room has become a kind of museum for domestic and foreign games. I'm
俺にも
jealous.
分かりそうなゲームがあったらやらせてくれよ。
いいよ。ケイちゃんさえ良ければね。でもうちらのレベルは高いよ。
上等じゃねえか。俺だって遊び100番遅れを取るつもりはないぜ。
じゃあ今度はケイチ君も仲間に加わるのかな。
Bristling with joy from head to toe, Reina looked back and forth between me and Mian. Mion gave her an affirmative wink and her expression perked up
男
even
の子って
further.
きっと外で遊ぶ方が好きだと思ってたからダメかと思ってたよ。
In such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understood that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try even harder to fit in so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. Aren't they? Okay, so they go to the same school even though Mion's in a different class. Why are they wearing different uniforms? That's weird. Yeah, Mion's honestly really cute. Felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be about right for this place. The hell? Some of this phrasing, the hell does that mean? Sounds awkward. Namizawa was a really small village. Not only was there one school, but there was only one class. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. Well, if they're all even technically the same class, yeah, then why is their uniform different? I know she's the head of the class, but do you get a special, like, fucking uniform if you're the head? 30 students at different levels, and they all study in the same class. I'm told that long ago there used to be a bigger school building, and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems like something happened that made it become a single class, and now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Yep, playing a visual novel. The goat of visual novels, because technically my first game I ever streamed was Danganronpa 1 and 2. Yep. Yep, that's right. Returning to my roots. Not even speedrunning as my roots, these are my real roots. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up until then, suddenly let me take the lead, right in front of the classroom door, so I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Heh. Heh. Too bad I wasn't gonna fall for that again.
ここで先頭を譲るとはな。お手並み拝見ってことかよ。
He's talking like a shonen protagonist still. Bro, you're in like the countryside, you're in a shoujo, you're in a visual novel. Mion chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face.
どうしたの
What
二
is
人
it?
とも。
下がってろレナ。危ないぞ。やつだ。
じゃあさとこちゃんが
Her name was Satoko Hojo. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this.
見え見えの罠だな。引き戸の上に挟んだ黒板消し。
Quite the obvious trap, a blackboard eraser wedged in the door. You thought that would fool me, Mion?
見え見えだぜ、サトコ。
Or Satoko, damn. Well, they all teamed up with this to get this shit done. Haughty laugh came from beyond the door. We're using the word
お
haughty
見
a
事
lot.
ケイちゃん。こりゃ今回は勝負あったかな。
いや、相手はサトコだ。これだけとは思えない。
After falling for such intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoko liked to combine a variety of traps, traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one, traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time
見
to
たところ
relax.
黒板消しは普通。石とかは入れてないみたいだな。
Took a pretty heavy hit from a blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day. How the fuck did it get thrown at you? Did someone just chuck it at you? That's not a prank. That's like just an assault, bro. Oh, Reina's in on it? So I lifted my hand to the door. There were thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door handle with tape, a frightening trap. What? Wait, so she was trying. That's like, dude.
見事なコンボだ、サトコ。
That's fucked. That's like so
だが
fucked.
所詮はガキの浅知恵だったな。
That's not the trivial machinations of a child. That's like, we'll send you to the hospital. Like, short of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. You should kick this kid's ass, honestly. That's how they learn. That's literally how they learned. Yeah, this is Home Alone, like trying to like seriously maim and hurt like the burglars. Like this isn't like a silly joke between kids. I felt something strange at my ankle. Okay, it was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. By the time I realized she had me hook, line, and sinker, it was already too late. Began to fall in an almost picturesque manner. He did he fell into the Family Guy pose. That's what he did. Instinctively reacting to me on shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor.
いっててて
Ning stone filled to the room was placed right where I would have landed. I shuddered, imagining the situation had I landed square on it.
あらあら、これはこれは。おはようございます、ケイチさん。朝から賑やかですわね。
She talks like a fucking villain. Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice.
一段とスペシャルなトラップワークになったじゃないか、サトコ。
私何のことかわかりませんもの。朝からついてませんわね。
てめえ。あ、いっててててて。
Seemed I inadvertently sprained my back a little when I'd landed. Better than landing on that inkstone. Oh, I was wondering where the blue-haired chick was. I like her hair. A small hand gently rubbed my
ケイ
head.
チの痛いの痛いの飛んでいけです。
Aw. The small dainty hand continued to gently stroke my
腰
head.
とかはくじかなかったですか？
I think I might need to go to the hospital, Rika.
こうして撫でていれば痛いの痛いのは消えてきますです。
I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. Yeah, small dainty hand. It's a clobberer they've got. Fucking One Punch Man. All of these women. It's not so much about what you actually do, it's just the thought that counts.
ありがとな。リカちゃんのおかげで痛みが引いてきたぜ。
リカちゃん、おはよう。レナにおはようございます。みんなにもおはようございますです。
Greet each of us with an adorable little bow. Aw. It was infectious. Raina, Mion, and I all bowed back.
リカちゃんはいい子だよな。
Aw.
そ
Yeah,
れ
Rika
に
Chan's
比
the
べて
best.
サトコは。
Yeah, fuck that bitch. Glared over in her direction, Sashiko was whistling, while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact.
サトコはいい子でございますのことよ。
Them shits are like half the size of her head. It's not even the more like cartoony, simplistic way they're drawn. Honestly, it's the size of them that's really funny. That's it.
いい子はこんな凶悪な罠は仕掛けないぞ。
Got
言い
her
がかり
ass.
でございますわ。
Wow, this slander is so good.
何の証拠があって？うわ
Picked up Sachiko by the back of her collar. Ooh, her collar. She looks like a misbehaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. She's much harder to
ご
deal
め
with.
んなさいって言ってみな。言わないなら。
Oh, what are you gonna do? Cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Sadako's forehead.
暴力反対ですの。証拠もないのに。
Against violence, you
言っ
almost
とくが
fucking
俺の
killed
デ
me
コピ
with
ンはすごく
thumbtacks.
痛い。ベニヤくらいなら割る。
やめて、寄らないでけだもの。
人様が聞いたら誤解するような言い方をするんじゃねえ。
Small hand tugged on the back of my shirt.
ケイチが2日間もお休みしたから 寂しかったのです。
Gently released my grip on Sadako, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick.
悔しくなんかないもん。
Aw, she's just a crybaby.
泣いちゃダメです、さとこ。
Yeah, you're gonna wake up with a reverse bear trap because she missed you so much.
カイト、おーです。
You come home and you wake up and your house is just on fire. She's trying to burn you to death. Mika gently petted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess those two are the same age. I think Satoko could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan.
今度はもっとすごい罠を仕掛けなさいですよ。
Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Wait a minute. She observed the scene. Reina's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon.
さとこちゃん泣いている。
Rika is best. Actually, no, I think Mion's best girl, even though she's a pervert and was asking me to whip out my penis in the middle, like right before like the school bus even arrived. you're at like the corner waiting for the school bus to come, and she's just like, God, I liked your dick better when you were younger. Like, what the fuck?
かわいいよ。
So cute. That's the part that gets me. Is that she had to add that detail about my tiny peanuts.
だってこんなに可愛い
So
よ。
cute.
どんなに可愛くてもダメなの。
でもちょっとくらいならダメかな。
Kept a cutesy face even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Reina is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. Object or
物もまずいが
person.
誘拐はもっとまずいぞ。
Yeah, and so is trying to hurt them with thumbtacks!
諦めろ。
じゃあ見てるだけだよ。それならいいよね。
Reina swooned over Satoko's crying form. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamizawa will be first to turn Reina into the authorities. Interesting. Forgive me, Reina. Interesting. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. Interesting. Foreshadowing? Question mark?
先生来たよ。早く片付ける。さとこ、すずりあんたのでしょ。
It's from Mion's single statement. The entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. Being still was bad, but the thumbtacks stuck to the door handle were an even bigger problem. Yeah, like... Pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself. Even though Satoko was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tied up.
間に合ったね。起立。気をつけ。
Mion gave out the morning commands. It's difficult being the teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one. Well, what the fuck do... I don't know what grades are here, but just hypothetically, what the fuck do the 4th graders do when she's teaching, like, 1st graders math? Do they just, like, fuck off? The hell? Naturally, she ends up spending all her time with the younger kids. Reina and Mion, being in the highest grade in the class, end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping teach the younger kids, so it seems like they never get to their own studies. They're actually way behind where my studies have progressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over for the teacher and helping Reina and Mion with their studies.
ケイチ君はお勉強教えるのうまいね。 わかりやすいよ。
Reina took a breather after finishing highlighting an
教える
important
端から
section.
自信がなくなるよ。自分の理解の浅さがわかるな。
人に教えるには3倍理解してなければならないって言うしね。ケイちゃんもうちらに教えながら同時に復習もできてるわけなんだよ。
In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. When isn't she supposed to be in a higher grade
ミ
than
ヨン
me?
さ、一言じゃないぞ。真剣にやんないとまずいぜ。こんなレベルじゃ。
別に進学校を目指すわけでもないし、受験に必要なそこそこができてりゃ十分十分。
Her staunch defiance was really something else. This was a different type of relax than somebody who already knew what was going to be on the entrance exams.
みーちゃん、ケイチくんが頑張って教えてくれるんだからさ、私たちも頑張ろうよ。
レナは素直ないい子だな。先生がきっといい学校に進学させてやるからな。
You better.
ありがとう。
レナには特に教えてやるからな。
Yeah, because you weren't talking about my dick
二人きり
earlier.
でプライベートレッスンだぞ。
Private lessons, just the two of us. What the fuck? Bro.
プライ
He went there, huh?
ベース
Yo, RP deck. I'm making a cinema pose right now, and every time a new sprite appears on my screen, my hands get further apart. A puff of smoke shaped like a halo popped out of Reina's head. Exactly what kind of private lessons is she fantasizing about this making her turn so red? Isn't that what you were implying? That's what I got the vibe. That I got from his voice acting. I'd hear a play-by-play of that next time. Mian was flipping through her vocabulary flashcards. She threw out a casual
東海じゃ
question.
さ、こんなに勉強しなきゃいけないわけ？
この程度はできないと進学できないね。
進学できないから勉強するわけ？
まあ平たく言えばそうなるな。将来役に立たないのは承知で。
こっちじゃあさ、出席日数が足りてりゃみんな進学できるんだよ。
そうなのか？
Study equals entrance exams. Having that basic law of the universe so easily overturned sent me into a state of shock.
そうかもね。
I feel like it said at the start, like, 83, like the 80s or something. I thought it was the 2000s. That's the vibe I got when I was watching the anime.
試験で振り落とさなきゃならないほど人もいないし。
It said that right before that section, like the opening, where you could hear the sounds of someone getting their body parts like chopped off and head bashed in. So maybe that was talking about that scene, and then this goes forward.
誰でも進学できるならさ、そんなにガリガリとやることもないんじゃない？
まあそうだけど、でも一般常識程度にはできた方が。
おじさんはそんな無駄な勉強に時間をかけるよりさ、この思春期の貴重な時間をもっと有意義に過ごすために使うべきじゃないかなと考えるわけよ。
It was too profound of a statement to simply laugh off. Since it was Mion, it probably didn't actually have that deep of a meaning. I think that's fair. I mean, I'm not saying good grades aren't important, but, you know, a balance. In place of a chime, the sound of the principal waving a handbell drifted through the classroom.
ケイちゃん、おしまいおしまい。さあ、楽しいランチタイム。
In a complete 180 from her unmotivated state, Mion gave commands to signal the end of the morning period.
ケイチくん、お昼にしよう。
Might have been making a very troubled face. Raina smiled brightly at me.
飯にするか。
Seemed to be different cliques even within the class. Most of them were divided up by gender and age, but our group was different. Our ages were different, and we had both boys and girls. You were the only boy, though, I bet. But we weren't reserved around each other. The level of openness makes a tramper student like me pretty happy. It doesn't count like a mix of boys and girls when it's a reverse harem. I'm sorry, bro. Reina and Mion pushed their desks together so they were facing each other. At the same time, Satoko and Rika-chan were slowly lugging their desks over as well.
ケイチくん早く早く
Waved her chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. How the fuck is she gonna hold chopsticks with those fucking... Okay. Unless everyone was together, they wouldn't even open their lunch boxes. They're missing a whole, like, pinky finger.
ケイチさんのお弁当はきっと貧乏くさくパンの耳に決まってますわ
Most assuredly filled with nothing but bread crusts, like some destitute plebeian? She called me a
そう
pleb?
恥ずかしがらずにお見せなさいなほらほら
Even though Satoko was hurling insults at me, she still wouldn't open the lid to her lunchbox until I was there. Pulled out my lunchbox swiftly and dragged my chair over to join the circle.
ではミー委員長の号令でいただきますです
At first, this was kind of embarrassing, but I get used to it pretty fast. At this point, I probably wouldn't even open my own lunchbox if someone else was too slow. Our ages and genders may have all been different, but we were all friends.
いただきます
And the change in art style, holy shit. Gotten pretty used to this group made up of all girls. Of course, there are other boys in the class, but they were a lot younger, so they were scared to approach me. That's to be expected. Younger boys just see older boys as scary. Compare that to girls, but at least these girls aren't picky. Put all the side dishes in the middle where everyone was free to pick at them. I thought girls would mind sharing a meal with a guy, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mion noticed that and teased me quite a bit. It's the fruit of my efforts. What? What, the question mark? Yeah, I'm confused. On multiple different levels. I can now reach over and take sides from anyone's lunch.
あらあらケイチさんのお弁当は今日は大奮発ではございませんこと
あらあら、さとこさんのお弁当こそ大奮発ですこと。煮物がしっくていい感じですわ。
Buying into the fight that Sadako was starting, our chopsticks locked in a cross counter, stabbing into each other's lunch.
ビミ
お、里芋がいい感じだぞ。煮物は冷めててもうまいよな。
夕べの夕食の煮物少し取っておきましたですよ
Really? They're always the same. Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day.
この煮物もリカちゃんが作ったのかい？こいつはお袋の味クラスだよな。
Was honestly impressed. The carrot rosettes were from a mold they were done by hand with a knife. What the hell?
リカちゃんって何気にそういうの得意なんだよな。
お裁縫とかお洗濯とかも上手なのすごいよね
Amazing. How can you be really good at laundry? Not trying to be like... I understand, I guess, being like bad, but like, is laundry something you can be good at? You just do laundry. Like, it's just a task. You put it in the machine and like you fold.
リカはいろいろとすごいんですのよ
Quite exceptional in many ways.
お前が威張ることじゃねえ。
僕よりレナの方がお料理は上手ですあそのね
Seemed that the topic of conversation switched to Reina when she wasn't expecting it, making her blush and trip over her words. Suppose the layman would just do laundry, but us pros think a little different. I suppose if we're talking, like, yeah, on a, like a line, like a zip line outside, like, fucking hanging it in, like, the wind, then, like, it's more complicated, but you just put it in the machine. And make sure, like, yeah, you don't do warm or hot water with colors. That's important, so that shit doesn't fade. You turn shit inside out, the shirts, like with you know, like graphics on them so they don't fade. Lights you do on warm. Use a color catcher. I feel like those color catchers don't really work though. I feel like if anything I'm the one that's good at laundry, but like yeah, it's not that complicated. Not only it looked good, it tastes good. Everyone else pulled from Reina's lunchbox
これ
constantly.
前に評判良かったからいっぱい作ってみたの。美味しいかな？かな？
Oh yeah, I've been deeply invested in the art of laundry.
かなり合格点。あ、ミオン、お前取りすぎだよ。
Knocking Mia's chopsticks aside, I reached out trying to secure my own portion. Satoko and Rika-chan reached over at the same time and a struggle ensued. Everyone shoveled in mouthful after mouthful while praising it, and Reina's lunchbox was soon empty. They shoveled with their hands. Kind of bad that no one thought to leave any for Reina. Reina seemed rather satisfied as she looked on.
いかがかしら？レナさんもとてもお料理が上手ですことよ。
It looks like honestly, like I'm like in a defensive mode right now as soon as this sprite popped up. It looks like Money Mayweather is about to punch the shit out of me.
ケイチさんとは大違いですの。
だからお前が威張ることじゃねえだろ。
さとこだってケイちゃんと変わらないじゃんよ。
Oops, I mean to do that.
あんたブロッコリーとカリフラワーの区別つくようになったわけ？
I don't like.
おいおい、ブロッコリーとカリ
Okay,
フラワーの
it's
違いな
silly
ら俺だっ
music.
てわ
I
か
was
る
like,
ね。
I am not ready for this to get serious. All she's talking about is vegetables.
わかりますもの。わかるもん。ケイチくん、どっちでも茹でてマヨネーズかけると美味しいじゃない？
Mayo.
いじめちゃか
Okay.
わいそうだよ。みーちゃんも。
Reina hurriedly tried to follow up, and Mian laughed haughtily as she drew closer to Sadako.
まあまあ家庭科の授業ってことで
Just pretend
Ya,
it's a little
Satoko.
home ec lesson.
これは
Mian lifted up her chopsticks. Between them was a piece of green stuff wrapped in bacon.
でもそれアスパラ。
Oh, bacon. That's so good. Mia made eye contact with me, and within 0.3 seconds I had Rika-chan's mouth covered. Holding a piece of bacon wrapped asparagus and giving her two choices. She's pretty terrible.
その黄色がカリフラワー、緑がカリフラ。
さあどっちだ？ん？
多分黄色がブロッコリーで青
Blue?
がカリフラワー。でも緑はその。
I think there's bigger issues at hand here than not being able to. I think that she's colorblind. What? It's a blue vegetable?
本当にどっちかわかってる？降参した方がよくない？
No less from the class representative, the oldest, the way she drives people into a corner just shows how much experience she has. This is just a hunch, but being brought into the Sonozaki household must be quite the ordeal.
わかりますもの。わかるもん。
じゃあ答えなよ。
わかるもん。わかるもん。
She finally broke down and started crying. When she acts like this, she actually starts to seem her age.
かいよ
Reina entered a state of euphoria as Satsuko bawled her eyes out. Oh, it's a translation thing. Reina was in a state of bliss as she rubbed her cheek against Satsuko's head and smothered her. That's like so weird, like to think like a little girl crying is cute. I don't know. I don't know about that. And that wouldn't care if the world ended right then. It was that kind of smile.
ちゃうからね。
Normal hand jump scare again. Wish boof bam. It's like a flash of lightning.
今一体何が。
Both of Randa's fists shot out at supersonic speed, striking Mion and me squarely in our faces. Before we knew it, Mion and I were sprawled, spread eagle on the floor, staring up at the ceiling with matching welts on our faces.
ケイちゃんは食らうの初めてだよね。今日のはまだ甘い方。
甘いってこれよりまだ上があるってのかよ。
With that, Mion and I both slumped our heads back in the floor in unison. From now on, I'll be careful when I'm within striking distance of Randa.
ほらさとこちゃん、やっつけちゃったよ。かわいい。お持ち帰りしたい。
Making sure Reina couldn't see it, Sadako stuck her tongue out at us. No matter what the day it held, the last school bell always came too soon. Too soon? I don't know about that. Our shadows stretched off into the distance. Who actually... You guys don't actually want to be there.
明
Shut
日
up,
はさ、
Keiichi.
何か予定とかあるかな？かな？
Reina saw me lost for words and realized that I'd misunderstood and turned red as well. I mean, how much more? She's just asking if you have plans, like...
違うの。そういうのじゃなくて、その。
It's not that big of a deal, don't get a big head. So apparently that wasn't what she meant. Since it's always fun when Reina's in a panic, I went along with it a little.
そういうのじゃないのかよ。
Playing it up, I slumped my shoulders, feigning dejection. I literally deserve the worst in the world. I'm playing as an asshole. What the hell?
ケイチくん、なんでがっかりしてるんだろう。太郎。みーちゃん。
Unable to hold it in any longer, Mion slapped me on the back.
そういう攻め方はおじさん知らなかったわ。
なになんなの？
She's literally raffling. Mion was raffling while Reina flailed around. Couldn't help but start laughing as well, feeling a bit guilty. I ruffled Reina's hair.
嘘ごめん冗談。悪かったよ。
That's Mion.
冗談ってどこからだろう？どこからだろう？
え、あ、途中から。
途中から？
Aw, this song is
っ
cute.
てことはケイちゃん、最初の真っ赤になったのはあれ演技じゃないんだ。
それって。
It was only a momentary lapse, but there's no way Mion will let such a delectable detail slip
え、
by
あ、い
her.
や、その。
Saying anything more was also a bad idea. In my bewildered state, I slipped further into an unfavorable position. After that, Mion continued to tease me about it for a while.
で、明日が暇だと何なんだよ、レナ。
何の話だっけ？
It had been so long that Reina had forgotten. That's how long Mion had teased me.
ケイちゃんさ、まだこのひなみ沢一人じゃ回れないでしょ？
That was true. She's right, you know. I hate to say it, but if you blindfolded me and spun me around 3 times like we're playing pin the tail on the donkey, I wouldn't be able to tell up from down here.
そうだな。町へ行くのと学校へ行く以外は まだ自信ないな。
そうそう、それでね、明日ね、みーちゃんとレナでお散歩しながらケイチくんにひなみ沢を案内してあげようよってことになって。
It would be a godsend, frankly. I was happy about the offer.
もちろん行くでしょ。
暇ならな。
女の子が誘ってんじゃん。
暇ならな。
どうせ暇なんでしょ。
Oh, if he's free. Trying to be all cute about it.
暇ならな。
She's clocking my ass. I was being stubborn, so as to not give a clear yes or no. Yeah, I got that. I picked up on that.
ケイチくん、暇じゃないのかな。
Well, Miguel and I had a rather sour back and forth. Reina peeked over at me hesitantly. Figuring I'd been a bit too rough on her, I just
す
gave
ま
in.
ん、許せ、ごめん。暇だ。
よかった。
おうおう。ミオンさんとレナさんじゃ随分と温度差がありますじゃん。
Maybe there is. It seems Mion didn't care for how rude I was to her, compared to how quickly I agreed with Reina. Maybe because you're a bitch to me and you talk about my dick, Mion. So I pushed Reina forward, speeding up our pace to leave Mion behind. That's right, you gotta make a choice eventually.
Rena.
Make it known.
明日は二人っきりで出かけような。嫌味なミオンは置いてって。
ケイチくんがそれでいいなら。
Damn, she's not even gonna stick up for her
案内
friend.
しようって提案したのは私。しかとすんな前原圭一。
二人きりでピクニック嬉しいな。弁当は持ってくか、レナ。
Oh my god.
お弁当いるならレナ作っちゃおうかな。
I'm feeling the heat. This is...
レーナもしかとすんな。二人がホテル街へ消えたって回覧す。
What? That sounded like it cut off really early, but also there isn't a hotel district. Like, how the fuck would she know?
じゃあレナ、今日は早く帰ってお弁当の準備するね。明日が楽しみ。じゃあね、ケイチくんにみーちゃん、さようなら。
Rena bounded off like she was walking on the moon. After the dust settled, all that was left was me standing next to Mion, sprawled out on the ground. There was a welt on her
大
face.
丈夫か？ミオンとレナの立ち位置。
あんたが来て以来、おじさん身が持たないわ。
Analysis will stop and will end up being Mion's slapstick comedy hour. That happened, the results might
く
be
じけるなよ、
fatal.
ミオン。レナのジャブを見切れるのはお前しかいない。
私は膝じゃないかと思ってんだけどね。
Could it be that we were hanging around with an unrivaled martial arts master? Maybe someday we'll see her debut in an extreme contact
レナには
sport.
負けられないぞ。ミオンも鍛えてリベンジだ。
ケイちゃんがしてよ。おじさんは応援してる。
You and I reaffirmed our determination to discover a way to counter Reina's infallible technique. What? View all tips? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Why isn't there a uniform? The fuck does this mean? Yeah, same. That's what I'm like. Here the Higurashi outside chirping me, and at night there are mosquitoes. It might as well be summer already. My only salvation was that the mornings were still cool.
暑いでございますわね。
Summer, I do declare. Just flapping her skirt languidly. That's pretty unladylike there. Even if she was a little brat, she was still a girl.
ケイチさんはワイシャツ1枚で涼しそうですわね。羨ましいですわ。
俺から見りゃスカートのさとこの方が涼しそうだ。この時期のズボンの股ぐらがどれだけ蒸すか女のお前にはわかるまい。
She can wear jeans if she wants.
蒸すんだ。
Bitch.
は
What the hell? Matching something
レナの夏
decent?
服は涼しそうな色合いがいいよな。見てるこっちも涼しくなる。
ありがとう。本当に涼しいんだよ。私もレナさんみたいな涼しい夏服が良かったですわね。でもさとこちゃんの夏服ワンピースですっごい可愛いし、レナはさとこちゃんの夏服着てみたいな。これ結構蒸しますわよ。絶対にレナさんの方が涼しいですわ。でも可愛い服の方がきっと楽しいよ。はう。
I had a feeling that Reina and Satoko's base values were fundamentally
そういえば
different.
この学校って指定の制服とかないんだよな。
ないよ。ふさわしい服であれば私服でも大丈夫なんだよ。
Quite a few students in regular clothes. There were a few wearing uniforms, but they're all the same design and rather plain.
他の連中が着てる制服は何なんだよ。みんなお揃いだよな。
あれは町の学校の制服なんですのよ。別に決まってるわけじゃないですけど、みんな着てますわね。
そこへ行くと俺らの仲間はみんないろいろな制服を着てるよな。わざわざどこかから取り寄せたのか？
ええ、ミオンさんが調達してくださいますの。みーちゃんの親類で古着商をやってる人がいて、全国の学校の服を格安で仕入れてるんだって。
でその親類に頼んでいろいろ個性的な制服を取り寄せてもらってるわけか。
That Mionch probably loves using her friends as dress-up dolls. Must be a strange second-hand clothing store. Then she went to the Me shopping channel. Get that it's a second-hand clothing store, but stocking clothes from schools all over the country. It's pretty strange for a second-hand clothing store. What's the point in stocking up clothes from faraway schools they know nothing about?
それはレナも思うよ。他にも体操服とかスクール水着のお風呂とかも扱ってるの。そういうののお風呂はちょっと嫌だよね。
Yeah, that's
あんまり儲
not
かってなさそうな商売だな。
ideal.
きっと少しでも儲けさせるためにミオンが一肌脱いでやってるんだろうな。
でもいつもミオンさんが自信満々に言いますのよ。今にきっと大ブレイクしてすごい商売になるって。
Second-hand clothing store that stocks school uniforms will be a big hit. I don't get it. Me neither.
レナってさ、俺と同い年だったよ。
そうだよ。も同じだよね。
Same as zodiac animal. Year of what?
そんなことないよ。
No, they're
誕
just
生日
not
の
gonna
違いがあ
say.
れば年齢が同じでも干支が違うこともありえるって。
Well, yeah, but there's like a 1-month period or something where you would have to be born in.
あれ？あ、そうか。ミオン、頭いいじゃないか。
ところでケイチ君は何月生まれなのかな。レナは7月なんだよ。
She's not planning to be all high and mighty if her birthday is a wee bit sooner than mine, is she?
だが諦めろ。俺に誕生日で挑もうったって無駄なことだ。なんなら一月差ごとに100円の賭けをしてもいいぜ。
なんでだろう。
Panicked at suddenly being challenged to a wager, giving up panic she is. I'm sure she doesn't have much allowance left this month. It's just sending her into a panic about something as simple as a birthday is so fun I can't help myself. What was it?
てことはケイちゃん、ひょっとして4月生まれ？
そういうこったな。残念だなレナ。俺もうとっくにレナより年上なんだよ。
へえ、そう。じゃあみーちゃんと同い年なんだね。
まあほんの何ヶ月かはね。すぐにまた差を開いてあげるけどさ。
You know, that's not something to get all high and mighty about, as if I'm the only one to talk.
そういえばミオンって上級生なんだよな。
下級生の方が燃えるってんなら、今日から下級生ってことでもいいけど。
みーちゃん、よくわかんないこと言ってる。
By seeing Reina's blushing face, you could tell she knew exactly what she
で
meant
サ
by
ト
it.
コとリカちゃんが下級生とどころか学校が違うくらいの下級生だよな。
ケイチ君はちょっと好みの年齢が低すぎると思うな。
Not making any sense yourself, Reina. Just grab onto her head and scruff it up a bit.
あー、やめて
前から思ってたんだけどさ、なんでこの学校ってクラスが学年混在なんだ？
教室の数が足りないからだよ。仕方ないじゃん。
Aren't enough classrooms.
営林署の建物を間借りしてんだからさ。
This building is being rented from the forestry service after all. What? Schoolyard is gravel, there are rooms set on for classes, and there's some strange sort of construction machinery parked there.
なんで借りてるんだよ。本当の学校はどうしちゃったんだよ。
That's a good
戦前
question.
からずーっと立ってたらしいからね。老朽化でね。廃校ってわけよ。
Probably was a grand old schoolhouse.
まあそれで生徒は町の学校に通うことになったんだけどさ。遠いでしょ？
どこの学校だったの？
沖宮の駅前通りを抜けて病院に曲がって小児科の向かいに学校あるの。
へえ、遠いよ。
Couldn't tell where that was by the location, but I understand it was pretty far from Reina's reaction.
まあそんなわけでさ、沖宮の学校に通いたくない連中はこうして営林署の建物を間借りした仮校舎に通ってるってわけさ。
ひなみ沢の子供の半分くらいかな。朝早くに自転車で通ってる子たちも結構いるよ。
まあこんなはちゃめちゃな学校に通ってたら進学校とかはちょっと無理だろうからね。
そんなことないよみーちゃん。ちゃんと頑張ればどこでだってお勉強はできるよ。
お、そうだぞそうだぞ。レナとは意見が一致したな。
そうだね、そうだね。頑張ろう。
せいぜい頑張ってくださいな。おじさんはささやかに応援しとりますわ。
俺たちがじゃないぞ、ミオンがだぞ。お前受験生だろ。こんな成績じゃお先真っ暗だぞ。
いいもんいいもん。路頭に迷ったら永久就職してケイちゃんに食わせてもらうから。
永久就職ってなんだろう。
ほらそこうるさいですよ。自習は静かに。
GA? Persona 4 GA? What? Not about higher education? Damn, they're getting robbed. Save. Wait, end of chapter 1? The fuck? Okay, good. I was like... There better be more. Took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. And to top it off, that pesky mom of mine pushing a return journey errand on me as I'm trying to leave the house. Today was the day Reina and Miyam were going to show me around Hinamizawa. But I thought it was just going to be a date with me and Reina. Oh, there's some detail on... Wait, is that a gun? Reina and Miyam were already waiting at the meeting place? Is that a fucking Glock?
ケイちゃん遅いぞ。
Please, didn't have to give her those. Yeah, they just was like, they didn't have to give her that, and they didn't have to give her those. Like, I don't...
悪い悪い。攻めるのは夕べの面白かった特番に行ってくれ。
I swear I can see the outline of a... Never mind. But, hi, Harpoon. But yeah, she literally has a Glock.
ほう。女の子との待ち合わせに遅刻して言い訳がそれってわけ？
みーちゃんだって今来たばかりなんだよ。
So that's literally her counter. Like, if you try to punch me, Reina, I'll fucking blow your head off.
夕べの密着24時間面白かったしねえ。
Heavy looking handbag. Wait, did she have a weapon too? She winked. Reina really did make a picnic.
ケイちゃん、あの後レナ大張り切りだったらしいよ。
別に俺がけしかけたわけじゃないだろう。
そんな大変じゃなかったから気にしないでよ。ね。
Why is that what her hands are doing in like her flustered sprite?
夕べから今朝まであのテンションらしいよ。責任取れんの？
わかった。俺も男だ。責任は取る。
責任ってなんだろう。
Yeah, I'm honestly curious. Oh, fuck. Oops. I wanted to see. As we both turned around slowly to look at Reina, our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. It didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes, except this was Reina we were talking about here.
2キロくらいかな。
I don't like this one. First of all, where's her gun? Let's see, console, sprite style. So, no gun, but still has cannons. She's meowing, a legacy technique. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, obviously this is uglier. It's very chibi.
よっこらしょって
It's more basic, but... Like... The gun.
5キロ。
それはオーバー。ケイチくん男の子だからきっといっぱい食べるだろうと思って。
Why did they take it out in the other versions? I don't understand that. And why aren't they, like, addressing it? Why is this, like, unspoken? This is Japan, too. This is Japan. Like, a gun is, like, a big deal. Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only things in there were lunch boxes.
俺も5キロ。
Damn.
手
I've
伝いは
got
す
weak
るけど
femboy arms.
全部食べるんだからね。レナを悲しませたら許さないよ。
Only thing I could do at that moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. That, like, really is weird to me. Yeah, I just googled it and I saw that. But I don't know if this is... It could just be made up. It said, like, a real-life incident made the creator not want to include it, but it was supposed to be, like, just an airsoft gun. Some type of modded airsoft gun. That shit looks like metal, though. Like... Jesus Christ, just the fact that they didn't address that at all was so weird. Sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking
あ、
around.
こんにちは。
こんにちは。あら、そちらは。確か、前原くんだったかしら。
Oh, that's a milfy voice. My two companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All of these passerbys even knew my name.
なんで俺ってこんなに有名人なんだ？
Past three people, and when all three of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid.
悲しいかな。
Yeah, I hate to say it. You're about to be human trafficked. You're about to be trafficked for sexual reasons, Keiichi. It's too late. Just give
ひ
in.
なみ沢は人が少ないからね。みん
We're
な顔見
taking
知
your
りなんだよ
organs
ね。
as well. Afterwards.
つまりなんだ？知らない顔が歩いてれば、それは自動的に新しく。
うん。そういうことになるね。
Them's the rules. It's a process of elimination you can only pull off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. From now on, I'd better make sure to maintain a good reputation. If I am discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine in the bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labeling me as a lech by the next day. But why would you do that in the first place? Just do it at home. Hinamizawa is not to be trifled with. This is not the end of this nightmare.
もちろんわかるよ。最初に会ったのが牧野林店の竹蔵おじさん。趣味は盆栽と尺八なんだよ。
I did almost whip my cock out in public.
次が乾物屋の次男の大輔くん。趣味は狙撃で、将来の夢は超 A 級スナイパーだとか。それで今の人は入江診療所の看護師の美代さん。趣味は野鳥の観察と撮影だって。
すれ違った全員の名前までわかる
And she
のか
knows all
よ。
their hobbies? Damn.
プロフィールまで。
Mion and Reina exchanged looks and burst into
まあ
laughter.
ね。ここいらは都会みたいにご近所付き合いが希薄じゃないからね。
Jamie, pull up the footage. Jamie, pull that shit up. Pull it up right now. Pull up that video. When I was showing you earlier, Jamie, pull that up right now. Pull it up for him. I want him to see it.
試しに聞いてみよう。今ここにいる俺は誰だ？
前原圭一くん。意地悪なこと言うけど、本当は優しいテレ屋さん。
転校してきてようやく3週間。趣味は昼寝。最近トランクス派に転向。したよね。
もういいもういい。
How the fuck could she...
トランクス。
Lucky guess, I
それも
guess.
いい。
Such a weird detail.
これじゃあさ、俺のための案内ってより、俺のお披露目みたいだな。
That wouldn't be my choice, honestly.
そうだね。
Too loose. Too loose. Almost too much freedom, you know? I need more... I already need more support for other things as a woman. That wouldn't feel right, just leaving that thing
うちらさ
hanging.
これだけ賑やかに練り歩いてたからね。みんな思うんじゃない？ケイちゃんもひなみ沢に馴染んでくれたんだって。
ひなみ沢は過疎だから。
I think he mentioned that he's known Reina for almost a month, but not a full month. Maybe I'm wrong though.
村中みんなが新しい仲間を歓迎してくれてるの。
Thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of "You're kidding me," but I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before? Thinking about that made me believe what they said wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course, we were called out to, again in the same way.
あら、こんにちは。仲良しそうでいいわね。
Not as milfy of a voice.
藤島さんちのおばさんだよ。こんにちは。
あら、前原くん、両手に花でいいわね。どう？生活はもう慣れた？
Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an emphatic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was.
グッド。
That was cute. As I looked back over to Reina and Mion, they gave me a wink.
でね、そろそろお昼にしないかな。
Reina's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each
俺も
other.
男だ。努力はする。だが
You
量
have a
が多すぎ
blicky.
る。
Come on. Mion can
よし、
take
ケイち
care
ゃ
of
ん。
this if
こ
something
こはおじ
happens.
さんに任せなさい。
I don't think I've ever met a man that like wears boxers. Like ones that like I've dated and like yeah.
レナ、どうせ食べるならさ、見晴らしのいいところで食べない？
That has to be the more uncommon choice.
それいい。賛成。
Cresting at the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling.
ここはね、古出神社っていうの。
Sears of Fruity
多分見
Shrine.
晴らしが一番いいところかな。
ここの場所、よく覚えといてね。もうすぐここでお祭りがあるんだから。
へえ、祭りにしちゃちょっと早いシーズンだよな。
綿流しは夏祭りじゃなくてね、昔は冬の終わりを喜ぶお祭りだったらしいよ。
I was embarrassed for assuming the festivals had to be held in the summer. Yo, had. Persona Evangelion cicadas.
さて、弁当を広げて。
I like the
Oh.
shot of the like village here. That's what I like. This environment. Various colored lunchboxes were placed one after the other on top of a plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Reina's home cooking. Well, without saying that it would be delicious, but is it even possible to finish all of this? Hey Mion, it will take more than just a good view to get all this
こん
down,
に
you
ちは
know.
です。
Rika's outfit looks like weird. Kind of looks like Satoko's like school one, just like styled differently at the top. See, this was her secret plan, the power in numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in place is my specialty.
騒がしいから来てみれば、これは何ですの？
見りゃわかるだろ。これからランチタイムだ。ビュッフェスタイルだ。レナの手作り弁当に舌鼓だ。
そんなの見ればわかるでございますわ。どうして人様の庭でご座なんか広げてますの？
神社は公共の場所だぞ。勝手に
圭一の言う通りですよ。みんなのお庭にしますです。
やっぱりリカ
Her
ちゃんはいい
pose
子
with
だ
like her
な。
fists all like tight and like holding her hands out and like it's reminding me of something. God, I wish I could like fucking place it. She looks like, yeah, it looks like kind of like a default pose.
座りな、そこ。
The hands being like clenched and turned forward though, it just looks very unga
一緒
bunga.
に食べよう。
ちょっとお待ちなさいな。私はどこに。
お前に座る場所はないし、食べる分もない。
大丈夫だよ。さとこちゃんの分もちゃんとあるから。
ない。さとこの分も俺がいただく。
そんなことは許せませんの。リカ。はい、お箸です。
Fuck Satoko, she doesn't deserve to eat after what she did to me.
ケイちゃん乗せるのうまいわ、ほんと。才能あるのかもしれない。
はい、お皿。みーちゃんも、リカちゃんも。
The slit in her dress like goes all the way up to her belly button. It's crazy. Like I just noticed that. It literally goes all the way up to like her waist. Whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates.
僕たちも頑張らないとなくなってしまうです。
そうだね。よし。参戦と行くかな。
いっぱい食べてね。ちゃんとみんなの分あるから。
Rena said as she opened up a thermos. And I realized that this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different.
そのハンバーグは渡しませんわ。
Brought you a burger.
いや、肘は反則だろ、さとこ。
So that's what I look like.
襟首をつかむのも反則でございます。
I genuinely forgot what Keiichi looks like from the anime. Let me see. Yeah, just basic as fuck. He's got nice hair. Oh, is this the sprite from the original? I think I'm looking at the sprite of myself from the original. That's crazy. Not sure how I would see myself if I'm the one I'm like being played as, like. Original casual bat. With her full momentum and an elbow in the opening move, Satoko appeared to have the upper hand, but the difference in her proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand.
ああ、最後のミートボール。
校長さとこ、破れたり。
I don't remember the blonde girl being such a rascal. Seeing that made Reina blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mian advised Reina to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. This is how our meals usually go. I do anything in my power, just so things could stay like this. Damn, you've been here for a few weeks, like... Maybe I'm reminiscing and I'm thinking, oh, things got so much worse. If only we could go back. Yeah, the one that looks the most normal also is supposedly supposed to have a gun. That is never addressed or talked about. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. Who has hot tea on a fucking... like,
日本語ってや
hot
つは
summer
さ、
day?
どうしてこう味に対する賛辞が少ないんだろうな。
食事中の団らんって考えがそもそも近代に入ってからだからじゃない？
Regulates your body temperature? Is that real news?
昔の人は無言で食事を済ませたそうだし。
I assume it's like hot if it's from a thermos. I'd be like sweating.
作る人もちょっぴり寂しかったろうね。きっと昔の人は食べるのに
What is that
忙
real
しくて
news? Also
味を
from
褒める
Reina?
暇もなかったのですわ。
That's crazy. People didn't like talk while they ate? That's just
でも
you.
ね、美味しいの一言だけでも嬉しいよ。苦労の甲斐があったかなって。
She blushed a little as she said that. She's
美味
always
しいです。
blushing. I'm saying ominous sense about how good things are. Yeah, when someone says how beautiful the day it is and how much they appreciate it, honestly, Ames gets an ominous vibe. That's how it is with me. She looks straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence.
は
After Reina uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poop.
はあ、リカちゃん、お持ち帰りじゃなくて
Reina!
ありがとう。本当に美味しかったですよ。
Reina flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you could almost hear it.
リカちゃんには褒めてもらったお礼に、じゃーん。これをサービスね。
Two apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them toward Rika-chan. What? After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way.
なんだよサトコ、その挑戦的な目は。
皆さんにはレナさんのリンゴを獲得できるだけの賛辞が用意できまして。
強気じゃんよ。ボキャ品のあんたにどんな賛辞が思いつくっての？
では。
Apple bunnies? I'm trying to look up if this is a real thing. I mean, I guess, kind of. Yeah, I was hoping it would hit the fan. And that's such a funny moment. Like, you give someone, like, little bunny apples, and, like, it's like the mood shifted in a bizarre way. Now we get to the horror part of the visual novel. Just Satoko flashed beyond me a defiant look. She changed the tone of her voice suddenly.
エレナお姉ちゃんのお弁当、サトコも美味しかったよ。
Satoko looked up at her poutily while talking cutesy. Well, how is that praise? That's not even persuasion by tears, that's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is a Reina Limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Reina! No! Her little howl! Of course, I was asking for the impossible. Reina glumped Sadako and began rubbing her cheek against her.
サトコちゃんもかわいいよ。お持ち帰り。はう。
Swish, stab, push. Satoko is also presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me again with that defiant gaze. It took only 5 seconds to take down Reina. That's unfair to think she had such a trick. Glumps you rar.
悔しければレナさんにご褒美がもらえるような賛辞をお考え
Carrot
あそばせ。
face. Damn it, that was a dirty trick. First of all, that wasn't even praise.
サトコ、それで勝てたつもりとはね。あんたらの底の浅い技とはわけが違うものを見せてあげようじゃない。
それは頼もしいぜミオ。それはどんな技なんだ。
やるのはケイちゃん。
はあ、
はあ？
見せてもらおうではございませんか。 島のあがきを。
The only thing we had to be Satoko. After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly.
本当に
Perfectly.
美味しいよな。これってさ、全部手作りなのかい？
実はね、これほとんど冷凍物なの。
じゃあレナの手作りのってどれだい？
Oh no.
その恥ずかしいな。教えなきゃダメ？
Yeah, you have to say. In the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria.
わかるよ。これでしょ。
Reina turned an even deeper shade of red, the words I can't believe it practically written on her face.
なんでわかるかな？レナの手作り。
Of course, Mian had told me beforehand.
なんでわかるかな？
It's been perfect so
レナ
far.
の手作り。
After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the
Reina
finisher.
匂いがしたから。
What the fuck? Silence envelops the area. Reina, face still completely red, froze solid. Small yelp. Satsuko also blushed. Of course I
レ
did
ナの手
too.
作りのリンゴのうさぎさんが食べたいな。なんて。
Damn. Tupperware container filled with rabbits.
食べてね。
Oh my god.
いっぱいあるんだよ。
Huark? The fuck?
はい、してケイチくん、ケ。
My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth. While she was squealing, one apple after another was forced into my mouth. More and more apples. Yo, eat fruit.
ほうがはほほ。ほえはきごはきは。
How about them apples, Satsuko? Looks like we win.
ケイちゃん、殉職見事なり。どうよさとこ、うちらの完全勝利だね。
こんな手信じられないですの。悔しくないもん。
Satsuko ground her teeth, mortified. We did it. I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. That time, Reina stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized
Riko-chan.
something.
食べないの？塩水強すぎたかな？かな？
Looking over, Rika-chan pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it into her cupped hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do.
うさぎさんがかわいそうです。助けてあげてほしいです。
It's a fruit. It's like literally a fruit. There's a sound of blood spurting from Reina's nose. Jesus Christ.
今夜こそ絶対お持ち帰り。
And coming back to her senses, she took all the apples around me, gathered them up with a whip, 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 and fixed them back up on a plate.
これでみんな寂しくないよね。これリカちゃんにあげる。ねね。
Rika-chan raised up Sadako's hand like a referee after having that plate of rabbit shoved to her. She whispered,
僕たちが勝ちましたです。
Damn, they bested me.
ああ、やばいや。
It was a fun-filled, crazy day, but as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. Quick me on shooter.
じゃあね、レナにケイちゃん。また明日ね。
ミオ、今日はありがとな。楽しかったぜ。
また明日ね。
Satoko and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended with just Rain and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home.
ケイチくんも今日は付き合ってくれてありがとう。楽しかった？
ああ、楽しかった。まだ家に帰るのが惜しいくらいだぜ。
Ooh.
じゃあさ、ちょっとだけ寄り道してもいいかな？
寄り道？遠いのか？
ちょっと歩くけどすぐ済むから。
Damn, bitch, where are we going? Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Reina, I quietly nodded. Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Was this garbage dump in the anime? This seems pretty familiar. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. This asshole doesn't read the paper.
今日は久しぶりだから何？
久しぶりって、レナの用はあのゴミの山かよ。
ゴミじゃないよ。レナにとっては宝の山だもん。
Raina had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers, so that meant there was something cute here.
新しい山だ。ワクワクワクワク。
So this bitch just loves garbage. She descended the unstoppable slope with ease. I expect no less from a born and bred country girl.
おい待てよ、今行くから。あったたたた。
My city-raised self was completely pitiful.
いいよ。ケイチくんはそこにいて。すぐ済むから。
転ぶなよ。足元に気をつけろよ。
大丈夫だよ。大丈夫。全然平気。
Literally bounding among heaps of trash, Raina disappeared from sight. Her being a raccoon actually answers a lot of questions, exactly. I didn't like being left behind, but I was pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Thought the lively Reina around the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Really exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to someone's presence. Startled, I turn around. Jesus. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tanned and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had an aloof air about him. I want to see his other sprites. It's weird, like, the originals are kind of strange, but honestly, like, none of the other two don't remind me of, like, the anime, like, art at all. They really don't, like, just a little bit. Like, and that's, like, what, I mean, that's the first I saw, so that's what I like the most. Didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. That's, like, famous last thoughts before the serial killer stuffs you into his fucking fridge.
おっと。ああ、びっくりした。
I was startled when I turned around. He overplayed his reaction. That was my
驚いたのは
line.
こっちですよ。
ごめんごめん。驚かすつもりはなかったんだ。君はひなみ沢の人かい？
Unfazed by my suspicious gaze, he introduced himself without my prompting.
僕は富武。フリーのカメラマンさ。ひなみ沢にはたまに来るんだ。
From time to time. I didn't ask who
写
you
真っ
were.
てのは被写体に
Casey's
断って
like
から撮るのが
upset.
礼儀なんじゃないんすかね。
Robot Alchemic Drive. What the fuck? This is a PS2 game? A mecha fighting game? Whoa, what the fuck? Set during an alien invasion in Japan? Players control it. Oh, okay, I gotta fucking get this on emulator. Yeah, I gotta add this.
ごめんごめん。メインは野鳥の撮影でね。断った試しがないんだよ。
I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. What the fuck? What is this? Oh god, that voice. And she just got fucked up right beforehand. That's a lot of blood. Holy fuck, that's a big spray of blood.
いやいや、夕闇に黄昏る少年があまりにも絵になっていたんでね。本人の許可を取らずにファインダーを覗いたことを謝るよ。
Okay, I forgive him. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me. Except it didn't seem like Reina would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself.
待たせてごめんね。もう終わりにするから。
Reina popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and
そ
waved
れ
her
がいたのか
hand.
い？お、彼女はあんなところで何をしているんだい？
That's what I
さ
wanted
あ
to know.
ね。昔殺して埋めたバラバラ死体でも確認してるんじゃないですか。
Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh, I responded like I would if I was talking with Reina and the others.
嫌な事件だったね。腕が一本まだ見つかってないんだろ。
ケイチ君お待たせ。
So
なんだかなこ
a body was found around here and she likes to hang out here and just like go through garbage. That's not
馬に蹴られる前に退散するかな。
well, he can see Reina, so she can't be a ghost. I doubt the ghosts would like show themselves to everyone. I don't think that's how it works in ghost fiction. Those aren't the rules, maybe? Chortled suggestively and then disappeared into the twilight. He thinks we're gonna fuck in front of a bunch of garbage where I just found out there was a dead body here? Okay, buddy.
今 ケイチくん、怒ってる？どうしてだろう。
So we went to a shrine for a picnic, so she's able to be corporeal. It's a good point. It wasn't Reina's fault, so I just decided to brush it off for now.
どうだった？
Yo, Rix, thank you.
掘り出し物は見つかったか？
I'm not sure how long this chapter is. I don't want it to be over soon, but when I did the first save, it said end of chapter 1, and I was like, what the fuck? Because this is chapter 1, Onikakushi.
あのね、
And then next is chapter 2, Watanagashi.
ケンタくん人
The Colonel Sanders doll? Like, the KFC guy? What?
ケンタくん人形？
Truly was a Neon Genesis Evangelion.
お手あれか？ケンタくんフライドチキンの店の前に必ず置いてあるあの等身大人形の？
形？そう、ケンタくん。はあ、かわいい。お持ち帰りしたい。
Couldn't tell if she decides that's cute or not, but well, she seems to want
あれ
it.
はゴミだろ。お持ち帰りしたきゃしてもいいんだぜ。
他の山の下敷きになってるの。簡単には掘り出せないし、あそこ明かりがないからすぐ暗くなっちゃうし。
Marina seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not
俺
being
も手
able
伝
to
ってや
bring
る
it
よ。
back. I'll help you out.
今日のうまかった弁当の恩返しってことでさ。
ありがとう。
Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us.
ケイチくんが手伝ってくれる。ケンタくんはお持ち帰りできる。はあ。
Marina staggered along as if intoxicated in her own dreamy state of mind. Damn, what? These dolls are actually popular over there? That's crazy.
なあレナ、あそこで昔なんかあったのか？
ダムの工事をやってたんだってね。詳しく知らないけど。ほう。
例えばさ、工事中になんかあったとか、事故とか。
知らない。
Her tone was disturbingly frank. Sounded more like a denial than an answer. Okay. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Reina quickly lightened her expression. Yeah, she did that shit.
実はね、去年までよそに住んでたの。
レナも転校生だったのか？俺はてっきり。
だからね、それ以前のことはよく知らないの。ごめんね。
Don't really know, don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Damn, she transferred. Wait, I don't really know much from... Oh, I thought she was talking about her own life, and that's why I was confused, and I had to reread that. She means about this town. But didn't they say that the event happened, like, before a year ago? So she would have been here in time to know. talking about it, of course, would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It's quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. If it's just like Tonitake-san said, I have a feeling only the Higurashi would know. Okay, I want to see the newspaper edition thing about the murder. The June... Huh? 1979 edition. Wait. Suspects... were arrested on suspicion of murder and improper disposal of a corpse. The main offender has been added to the wanted list nationwide. 6 suspects were at the dam construction site at 9 p.m. Nice starlight. Where they are suspected to have assaulted and murdered the site overseer XXX group, dismembering his body and hiding it. I hate this. On the XX at 8 o'clock in the morning. Report was filed by the Shishibone City Hospital, which a male suspect alluded to having murdered Mr. X from Resident Evil. When questioned at the police station, the individual confessed to the crime. Since a portion of the body was recovered at the location he gave, he was arrested that afternoon on suspicion of murder and mutilation of a corpse. The rest of the suspects were arrested the same day, but the main culprit is still at large. Motive is purported to be she punched some guy into pieces like a Lego figurine. Yep. Drunken verbal dispute during which he killed the victim in a fit of anger. Oh shit. She likes to get drunk. There are multiple inconsistencies with their testimonies. The investigation is ongoing. Maybara Manor? I have a manor now.
ケイちゃんってさ、すごいお金持ちってわけでもないの？
なんだよ突然。俺がいつ高級車で投稿したよ。
月の小遣いはいくらもらってる
？1000円。
あら、結構小市民的ですのね。
Plebeian amount. Why does she keep calling me a pleb?
お弁当のおかずも普通ですよ。お金持ちじゃないです。ごめんね、ごめんね。
ケイちゃんちってさ、すっごく大きいでしょ？だから建築中からひなみ沢中で前原屋敷って呼ばれて注目の的だったんだよ。
あんなに大きいお家だからどんなお金持ちなのかなってみんなで噂し合ってたの。
The frame of it is huge. I see how that could cause some misunderstandings. He's got land. This motherfucker's got
お家を建て
land.
るのにお金をかけすぎて貧乏になってしまったと考えてますのよ。
Ouch.
貧乏でかわいそかわいそです。
Okay, they're all just like bitches, honestly. Fuck them. I'm going my own way. I'm a man going my own way.
諸君らの楽しい想像をぶち壊すようで悪いが、うちは金持ちでも貧乏でもないぞ。極めて平均的な普通の家庭だ。
あれだけ大きな家は普通とは言わないって。しかも玄関は立派で、門は大型車も入れるようになってるし。
Femcel path ended. Incel path, true incel path is unlocked.
絶対普通じゃないって。
His dad's studio is in it too. There are a bunch of different workshops, and lots of his works are hung up in different places. All of them are huge too. For those reasons, the family actually only uses a third of the house for day-to-day living. Planned it out so people in cars could come in and see the gallery he opens up in the house someday. Aww. By the way, the entranceway Miana is talking about is the one for the studio and is normally sealed off. The entranceway the Maibara family actually uses is a very plain and simple one. The way this music loops is so awkward. They've chosen a really bad point to loop it. Interior's much different from how it looks on the outside.
ぜひ今度ケイちゃんの家を探検してみたいよな。お金持ちじゃないと主張しながらもあの邸宅、一体何が隠されているのか。
かいいものが隠されてるといいな。きっと家具を買うお金もなくなってて、殺風景な部屋がいっぱいなのですわ。絨毯のお部屋ならぜひゴロゴロしてみたいですよ。それいいね、それいいね。レナもゴロゴロしたい。
Seems like their imaginations were just piling on. Well, sometime in the near future, it wouldn't be too bad to invite them to my house. Dad is a sucker for the ladies, so he might even let them look around his studio. Deprived of Higurashi crescendoed as the sky towered over everything. It was hot, but the air was clear. It smelled like the beginning of summer. I'm at the tips menu. Save. End of chapter 2. Oh, okay, good. So there's a lot more to this. I'm tired, and it's Danny's birthday, though, so... Short stream. I'll talk to you guys.